My sister-in-law had been pregnant for 15 fucking months. Her belly looked like a grotesque, overinflated balloon ready to burst. When I begged her to see a doctor, my batshit crazy mother snapped at me like a rabid dog. My grandson is a miracle. He's like the second coming of Jesus. Miracles take time. I didn't listen. I dragged my sister-in-law to the clinic anyway. The diagnosis? No baby. Just a massive, pulsating tumor. Instead of thanking me, those ungrateful bitches pushed me down a flight of stairs, screaming that I killed their golden child. But when I opened my eyes again, the blood was gone. I was back in the car, on the way to the hospital. This time, I'm going to sit back, grab some popcorn, and watch them burn in the hell they created. I was sitting in the back of an Uber, just pulling up to the hospital entrance. The driver honked the horn. All right, folks, Mercy General Hospital, we're here. My sister-in-law, Tiffany, turned to me, her face twisted in that familiar entitled sneer. Chloe, what the hell? Did you bring me to a hospital? I told you, I don't need a checkup. My baby is perfect, she whined, rubbing her freakishly large stomach. I froze. The cold sweat on my back was real. The smell of the cheap air freshener was real. I was back. I was back on the day I died, the day I tried to save this stupid bitch. I immediately whipped out my phone and changed the destination on the Uber app. I leaned forward, forcing a smile. Hey driver, I think the GPS is messing with you. Check the app again. We aren't stopping here. The driver glanced at his phone and shrugged. My bad, miss. It updated. Heading to Mommy and Me boutique now. Tiffany looked confused, her beady eyes narrowing. I turned to her, putting on my best fake-ass sisterly voice. Tiffany, look at you. You're about to pop. I realized bringing you to a doctor was rude. I wanted to take you shopping instead. I'm gonna buy my future nephew some designer clothes. You know, show some love from his favorite auntie. Her eyes lit up like a Christmas tree. Greed instantly replaced her suspicion. Well, finally. That's more like it. About time you started acting like a supportive aunt. We spent an hour in the boutique. I bought a bunch of overpriced baby crap and she waddled out looking smug as hell. Before we left, she even swiped a free sample can of expensive formula. Whatever. A few $100 is a cheap price to pay to keep my life. In my past life, I forced her to see the doctor. The doctor detained us, looking grim. If we don't operate now, she's dead in 2 months, he had said. That mass inside her, we don't know if it's benign or malignant. They cut her open and pulled out a 10-pound ball of rotting flesh. Tiffany couldn't handle the truth. She was terrified the neighbors would laugh at her for birthing a tumor instead of a son. So, she convinced my mom it was my fault. My mom, that psycho, roared like a lioness. You jealous barren bitch. Your brother finally gets a son and you ruin it. It's a miracle baby like biblical times. You killed my golden grandson, now you die with him. Then they shoved me off the balcony. Not this time. Respect others' fate, right? I hope they live a long, miserable life. It was pouring rain when we got back. We were soaked. As soon as we walked in, Mom came out of the kitchen with a bowl of hot soup for Tiffany. She glared at me with pure venom. Chloe, her belly is huge. Why did you drag her out in this weather? If anything happens to my grandson, I will skin you alive. My brother Travis rushed over with a towel to dry Tiffany's hair. He was practically drooling over her stomach, adding fuel to the fire. Chloe, just because you can't lay an egg doesn't mean you should crack ours. Well, Travis was technically right. Tiffany was carrying an egg, a literal meat egg. I've been married 3 years, but I wanted to focus on my career. In my last life, my husband Ethan suffered the most. After Tiffany hacked me to death, Ethan took care of my family out of guilt. He even signed over our 3 rental properties to them. He didn't know the murderers were sleeping in his guest room. Eventually, they killed him too. To Mom and Travis, Tiffany's belly was the holy grail. Mom spent her mornings at church,